Arsenal to make an offer for Tariq Lamptey. Welcome back to your boys channel, and join me today as we discuss the latest Arsenal news, including Fabrizio Romano talking about Tariq Lamptey to Arsenal, and could Arsenal potentially make a move in the summer, as well as that Mikel Arteta has opened up on following Balogun and his future. So let's discuss in today's video. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Bowers14 and I am so ill today. And so if you want to cheer your boy up, be sure to go down there and smash that like button, please. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. And as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments, especially on Tariq Lamptey. And with that being said, here is the latest Arsenal news today, 2021. Can I get a here we go? And the first thing in discussion is Tariq Lamptey and his potential transfer to us. Talking about here we goes, man like Fabrizio Romano, our best friend, has been speaking. And on his Here We Go podcast, Fabrizio Romano on Tariq Lamptey has said for sure next summer can happen something big for him. Arsenal are looking at him as a possible option at right back. Keep an eye on Arsenal because they are among the clubs interested in Tariq Lamptey. Now that is a second reliable source that has confirmed that Lamptey to Arsenal is a potential move in the cards, and Arsenal definitely hold interest in the player. And of course the other reliable source that I am referring to is David Ornstein of The Athletic, who of course back in January confirmed that Arsenal, despite the new contract of Lamptey, want to still sign him. And here is the report itself. Tariq Lamptey signed his new Brighton contract last Friday, but it does not change much for his suitors who were aware of developments and won't be put off. Arsenal, Everton plus Man City among the right back to domestic admirers. I mean, in terms of Man City, you've got Jacques Cancelo. Can you just leave this one to us? Leave it to us and leave us alone, please. You're too good, I'm begging you. And in terms of Everton themselves, as Fabrizio has confirmed in the past, Max Aaron's looks set to go to Everton now, so that leaves Arsenal and Lamptey in prime condition and Arsenal as prime candidates. In terms of who, of course, he will be replacing is man like Hector Bellerin, Hecky B, and there's of course been reports on him as well. I mean, let's go back to it. Here you go. This is from the Mirror, who have said Barca retain an interest in signing Hector Bellerin. Jean Laporta, who wants to sign Bellerin if he wins the March 7th election. Despite Tariq Lamptey signing a new deal at Brighton, the England under-21 defender is still very much a long-term target for Arsenal. So they are confirming Barcelona's interest in Hector Bellerin, as well as you've got the likes of Juventus, I've heard. I've even had Paris Saint-Germain as well. So there's clubs that are definitely in for Bellerin, and Arsenal can get a decent little fee there and get some money on the table for him. And once we get the money through the bank transfer, we can then send it to Brighton, because it looks like, to me at least, Arsenal have found their ideal right back target, and that is Brighton's Tariq Lamptey. Now in terms of your boys' opinions on the right back, I like him going forwards. I think going forwards, his dribbling, his speed, his athleticism, and also his end product is definitely there, and that's one reason why I want him at Arsenal. But one thing I do have my concerns over is his defensive capabilities, because while his height might be 5'5", 5'4", you can get away with that. More or less my concerns are that at Brighton he plays in a back five, we can play and operate as a wing back, meaning that you just don't have the same defensive responsibilities. Whereas at Arsenal, of course, we don't play a back three anymore, we play a back four, a 4-2-3-1, or even a 4-3-3, in which case Lamptey might have to operate in that style of a right back who plays in central midfield, while also sometimes providing the overlap. But then again, the guy is only 20 years of age, he's still so young with so much potential. I definitely see a very good player in there. And in terms of Arsenal's interest, it's clear that Mikel Arteta is a key admirer of Lamptey, and while Man City's interest indicates that they see potential, that means that Arsenal see potential, and Lamptey clearly has a high level of suitors, and maybe Mikel Arteta can shape him into the type of right back he wants him, because there's definitely potential there. Going forwards, this guy can be unstoppable. And in terms of his current club, Brighton, I know he signed a new contract in January, but as David Ornstein said there, Arsenal have not been put off by it. And most importantly, if Brighton do go down and they get relegated, his price will fall drastically, and it'll increase the chances of Arsenal signing him. And what makes that even more ironic is because at the end of the season, the final game of the season is Arsenal versus Brighton at the Emirates Stadium. And if Brighton are still fighting for their lives, imagine the scenes if Arsenal relegate Brighton. Big up man like Ty, Mopay, I hope you get relegated, and then we secure Lamptey on a far cheaper deal. It could be some beautiful scenes. But up until that point, I would love to know your thoughts on Tariq Lamptey. Would you take him at Arsenal? Is he your prime candidate to replace Bellerin? If not, who else do you see Arsenal sign as that right back? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's move on. And let's discuss Mikel Arteta and his quotes on following Balogun, because the Arsenal manager has been speaking. So let's have a listen. Mikel Arteta on if Balogun is distancing himself from the club. I wouldn't say so. I am pretty positive about it every time I spoke to him. He mentions the same thing and he is determined to stay here. He wants to stay here. So apparently behind the scenes, Balogun is saying, "Sick, whether I am here to stay." Mikel Arteta has also said he has had some really positive conversations with his agent as well as Edu in charge of that. He is spending a lot of time and energy to make the deal happen because it's important to keep our talent in the house. We're doing everything we can to keep him. So if Mikel Arteta is so adamant that Balogun is here to stay, and if Balogun, as has been confirmed in the past by Fabrizio Romano, wants to stay at Arsenal, then what are these negative words and quotes from his camp and the social media instead of taking out all your photos and your profile picture? What's going on there? And so on the outside looking in, it looks like at least that we have this massive contract dispute of club versus agents, and I'm sick and tired of these men thinking they can run my club, because you can't. And in terms of the player himself, he wants to stay. We can hear it from everyone, from Fabrizio, from Arteta, from anyone talking to him in the club. He wants to stay at Arsenal. And if Balogun is to leave Arsenal, it's not because of not playing enough minutes or because of so and so, it's because his agent would have wanted the best deal for him and he's clearly not getting what he thinks he deserves. But what would you do if you were Arsenal in this specific scenario? Would you keep Balogun or would you say to the agent, "It is time to go"? Please do let me know what you're saying in the comments below. Also, Mikel Arteta has been speaking on the summer transfers FC, and he has said on the transfers externally, acquiring the players to go to the next level. Everything is planned and let's see what the market bring and what the last few months can bring to the club. So what he's saying there is Arsenal, Edu, Mikel Arteta, they've identified the summer targets, they are planned, they are ready, and they are set to make the moves. Of course, today we're already discussing Tariq Lamptey, so it seems like they've figured out their right back solution and their targets. But most importantly, I also believe they're looking at a striker potentially. If Lacazette leaves, they're going to look at a central attack midfielder if Odegaard doesn't stay, and of course if they don't think he's good enough in the first place. And also you have to look at central midfield. If Basuma gets relegated with Brighton, can we go and get him on a cheaper deal? You have to look at that as well. But most importantly, what I'm hearing from Mikel Arteta there and there is we're not going to look to sign that many squad players. I know a lot of Arsenal fans, when we get linked to a player, we say, hey, do you know what, he might not be a star, but he wouldn't be a bad squad player. We are not in that position yet to be signing squad players. We need to improve the first team quality, and if anything, the players that we sign, the players that then get replaced by, become the squad players. That's how you improve as a team. But in terms of all the sounds coming out of the club, the signs that we are seeing and the indications going into this summer 2021, it looks like we're going to have a decent little transfer window. We also don't have any massive contract situation looming over our heads. I know we have Balogun, but the guy's a youngster. It doesn't really matter in terms of our transfer plans. And in terms of players that have already left, Ozil, Socrates, Mustafi, Kalajnak, that's massive wages already off the wage bill, as well as the likes of Lacazette potentially leaving, the likes of Bellerin leaving. We're going to have some money to play with. But up until that point, we're going to see who Arsenal are targeting. We're going to scout them and we're going to hopefully sign some ballers. Lads, let me know who you want to see Arsenal sell and sign in the summer transfer window of 2021. There you go. Let's move on. And let's discuss the other Arsenal news. And we have some more quotes from the Arsenal manager, this time on Alexandre Lacazette. Arteta on if Alexandre Lacazette is going to leave in the summer. He has got a contract with us. He played really well the other week. It's exactly what we demand him to do. I am really happy with him, and the discussions about his contract will happen soon, and then we will see what happens. So could Lacazette be in for a contract extension, or is Mikel Arteta just saying that? Well, on if he will stay like Aubameyang last summer, well, I'm hoping the player under contract will continue with us. Every case is different, and we are going to assess and we will make a decision in relation to that. So he's basically saying the Aubameyang situation, the Lacazette situation, they're kind of different things. Aubameyang had to stay, whereas Lacazette, they're open to selling him. I mean, it's kind of confirmed that most likely Lacazette will leave Arsenal this summer transfer window. But the real question for Arsenal is, if Lacazette is to leave this summer, do Arsenal source a replacement from inside of the club? Maybe Balogun gets a chance. Is Aubameyang going to get more time down the middle? Is it going to be Gabriel Martinelli playing down the middle as well? Or do we go out there and sign a proper replacement? I'm hearing names of Edouard, Isak, Ivan Toney, of course, from Brentford in the Championship as well. There's names out there, but there's no real world-class options to replace Lacazette. But what would you, man, do, my fellow career mode experts? Would you sign a striker from another club, or would you source from within? Please do let me know your thoughts down below. And on to the final thing, Mikel Arteta has been speaking on his rumours to Barcelona. And Mikel Arteta on if he could join Barcelona one day. Today and tomorrow, I am the manager of Arsenal Football Club, and I'm really enjoying it. I want to do much better than what we have done. The man has clearly said, I'm the manager of Arsenal, their football club. I am here to stay. And on if he and the club have started contract negotiations. No, we're in the middle of a season. We have a lot to play for, and at the moment it is not a priority. That's okay. I still have a contract here and I'm really happy here. I don't think there's something urgent. Now I know a lot of Arsenal fans like Arteta, and at the same time a lot of Arsenal fans don't like Arteta, but contract negotiations, an extension when you're 10th in the league and there's still so much to play for, it's a bit premature. So I agree with Mikel Arteta on that behalf. But at least from now we clearly have Arteta saying from the get-go, I'm here from Arsenal, I'm fully committed, this is my club and I'm hoping I can do the best for Arsenal this season. And I'm sure if he goes on to do some beautiful scenes and wins the Europa League, then of course he deserves a contract extension. But if Arsenal fail to do that and finish mid-table in the league, then there's going to be questions asked and they will see if Arsenal really back Mikel Arteta. We're going to see what happens. But there you man go, that is being the latest Arsenal news today. I hope you have enjoyed. And of course, if you have enjoyed and you want to cheer your boy up with his illness, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're on the road to 40,000 of course, and please let me know your thoughts in the comments on Tariq, Lamptey, on Balogun, etc, and all things that we have discussed. The links to all my social media will be in the description below. But there you man go, that is the latest Arsenal news and that is the video very there. I hope you have enjoyed as always, and I shall see you